Hello ladies and gentlemen, back to Jordan Beltine and Ellie welcome to review something, whatever. Not really. You see, what I'm actually doing is a bit of a discussion talk thing I decided to do because of a certain YouTuber that's been growing ever exponentially since his inception. Now you may know this guy or you may not know him, but for those of you who do know him, you may know him as Dwayne Johnson, or other people might affectionately know him more as The Rock. Now you may be thinking, why am I talking about him? Well, there's been a lot of talk about this guy and how he's basically been storming YouTube at this point. And a lot of people have been talking either way of how this is good, how this is bad, certain directions, how a lot of fans have reacted differently to this. In all honesty, I'm here giving my 2 cents. So keep that as what you will. They're worth exactly that. My opinion's worth exactly 2 cents. Now, for those of you who don't know, The Rock is a professional wrestler slash actor who started out as a wrestler and then became an actor. But everyone knows The Rock, right? You know The Rock. You know The Rock. You know the wrestler, the professional wrestler, who's also a rock being a rock. He has gray hue, he's stoned. You know the guy who's a country that everyone's blaming or just calling bad and people for some reason think people from there are bad. You know, I rock. You know that thing that William Shatner sang? You know, a rock it man? Well, now the great one himself has decided to create his own YouTube channel and he's coming to YouTube. Kinda like he usually does with his other platforms. You know, like from wrestling, he's jumping ship into something more popular than what he's doing right now, acting. No, but seriously though, he's actually gotten a lot of people to basically back him up, including other YouTubers such as Superwoman, Markiplier, and a couple of other people who've done collaboration videos with him. In fact, his YouTube channel itself has grown very bigly in the past week or so, growing to thousands each day, ever since his announcement on Twitter and exactly what he's gonna do on his channel. Well, I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. But you know what, before we continue, I do want to mention something about my past with The Rock, so that way people can understand where I'm coming from here, at least to an extent, okay? Okay, I do want to explain a little bit about my history with The Rock. Not really history with him, but at least from what I remember. As a kid growing up, I did watch WWE a lot, and I actually did grow up on The Rock slightly, vaguely. I'm saying not completely like since the Attitude Era, but I remember a little bit of him from his later careers in the 2004-2003 era. At least that's when he was a little bit, it was prevalent, yeah, but he was starting to go more into Hollywood at the time. So I barely remember him after that. But yeah, there was one thing that he kind of left me with, which was basically a burning question. What the heck was he cooking? What exactly were you cooking, Rock? What exactly were you cooking? Okay, I'm calm down. Sorry. Anyway, after that, I remember him more so from some of his movies. A couple of good ones and some bad ones. I know what you're thinking. Oh, The Rock's made some bad movies? Trust me, a lot of actors make missteps. And he's made a couple. Such as The Tooth Fairy and Doom. I actually bought a DVD to see that. And guess what? It sucked. I'm sorry, Rock, but you couldn't really save that movie. But anyway, what happened after that? What happened after that? What did I experience after the whole actor career? Well, I got more into WWE by buying old DVDs, seeing what he did, and honestly, I liked him. Now, it's not really the same, but I did grow up on him, so it jogged a few memories here and there. But one thing that I remember very, very bigly about him in general as a character that I remember very specifically was that he kind of just left WWE after becoming a movie star, and that's about it. And now for some reason it seems like history is repeating itself, but this time instead of jumping ship from WWE, he's jumping ship from acting to go onto YouTube. Now, I do want to say I don't hate him for that, but at the same time I don't know. And this is where I kind of want to throw my hat in the ring and explain how I feel about the whole situation. In all honesty, I'm curious. My whole feelings about it is curious. I'm curious as to what the heck he's going to do. What is he going to try to do for his channel? It says on his channel, from what I remember and from what you guys just read, he posts on Mondays and Fridays. This is coming up on Thursday, hopefully. Hopefully this is posted on Thursday. And you may be asking yourselves, what exactly does he post on his channel? So far, he's posted somewhat good production quality videos. They're basically comedy sketches of the likes that you could see on either, I guess, Markiplier or some other channels. But one thing I couldn't help but compare The Rock's channel to was that of a couple of other shows you may have, or other YouTube channels you may know of, like Rocket Jump or Corridor or Digital Corridor. I could never pronounce their name. But yeah, I couldn't help but compare The Rock for what he's trying to do to, some of the other things that these guys have done, basically. And if you guys know exactly who these people are and what exactly they've done. Like this. And this.
Show me your mind.
And also this. As you can see, that's basically what his channel might be, but it's mainly focused on that only, I guess. Maybe in the future he might change that up a bit to make his channel a little bit more unique, more different, or maybe he'll just stick to that forever, I don't know. I'm not sure, and I don't really know, but I do know one thing. He's gotten a lot of support, little YouTube announcement. I'm being serious, he's gotten so many people either going with him or subscribing to him and supporting him. I mean, seriously, the amount of people who have basically been helping this guy, collabing, or just basically with this guy is ridiculously big. Now for this part of the video, I'll be showing two comments that I found that kinda summarize what some people may think on the side, or what some of his haters are saying, or some people might think. Overall, I kind of agree with one of them, but I'll tell you in a second. The first one just talks about how he's basically a celebrity who's hogging up all of the fame of the YouTubers who basically have started out from the beginning, and yet he's just a celebrity who just came in out of nowhere for some reason becoming a YouTuber to get all the YouTube fame. In all honesty, I can see where that's sort of a problem, but again, that's mainly out of jealousy, I guess. I mean, look at me, I'm barely at like, what, 100? No, 50 subscribers. He got over 1,000 like within a few weeks. I'm not saying that's like me being jealous, honestly. I really don't care for that. The one thing I just can't understand is that, yeah, of course, he's just coming in out of nowhere just to hog up the fame, I guess. But not really. In all honesty, I really don't think that's the case because, well, a lot of people have already, established themselves as YouTubers on this particular site. Everyone's a YouTuber. Everyone knows the YouTubers. There's already a Markiplier. There's already a Jacksepticeye. There's already PewDiePie. Nobody's passed them, and no one's ever imitated them. They're never really duplicated, or they're not even imitated at times. Because there's always one of those guys. Heck, those channels that you see that copycat those particular YouTubers never do well enough because people know those aren't the YouTubers that you subscribe to. The ones that are true are still there. And that's the same thing with other YouTubers. Yeah, they're here, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be pushed back just because of The Rock. They're here to stay, and there's no way that they're going to be pushed back just because The Rock's here, just because a new YouTuber's here. And that's basically my 2 cents on that particular matter. But there are some other things that some other people brought up, such as this particular comment. I actually enjoyed The Rock, and basically it just states how, he's old, how some people just don't basically just subscribe to him just because he's popular at the time, and, just basically like, oh hey, he's not really gonna like last too long in the YouTube game. He's gonna start off very big, and then he's just gonna slow down, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's just The Rock, as if that would be it. In all honesty, I remember when The Rock started off, or from what I remember hearing, when The Rock started off his acting career, he started off as a very, very like little actor and then sort of grew to very big heights later on. In all honesty, I think that could be the case here at some point, I guess. He became a top paid actor. Chances are he might become a top paid YouTuber at some point. I'm not sure, but maybe. In all honesty, I'm not sure whether or not this is actually going to be true either. Because, well, The Rock's always been rather cool, but he's always stayed relevant into some sort of medias. Heck, everyone's liked him because of his attitude and his character. In all honesty, he seems like a nice guy. I really do think he's nice. But do I really think he's going to slow down? Well, maybe. At some point, maybe he'll just reach a certain cap at his popularity. And maybe that some people just won't really watch him anymore. Or at least watch him regularly like they do with Markiplier, Felix, or even Jacksepticeye. Maybe. But the one thing I do want to mention that I'm really, really glad to see is the YouTubers coming together to help The Rock, honestly. Basically, they've been collabing, they've been helping, they've been basically introducing him to YouTube itself in a slow manner. They've been helping him out slowly. I know it's just sort of like fame hogging at that point, but I like it because it shows that YouTube is not really a closed off community. It's an open community where a lot of people on the site that make content can help other people and help other people grow as well. Even celebrities that they think would be a problem, no, we're not pushing them back, we're bringing them in, we're helping. Now, there is something I do want to talk about before I move on to my final point with The Rock, is that with The Rock, it's a bit of a thing I want to talk about with this particular comment I found in one of his videos. It says that basically YouTube can't be taken seriously at all because it's a platform which no one is taken seriously. In all honesty, I can see where some things are not really taken seriously. Trust me, there are some things that can't be taken seriously. But there are some things that have been taken seriously and should be taken somewhat seriously, such as charity live streams that certain YouTubers have done to help other people, and some people raise awareness for them. And also the fair use policy. Where's the fair use? Trust me, that's still going on because a lot of other YouTubers I know, and myself including, have been copyrighted. I've been copyrighted a couple of times for using small clips and stuff, and even other people like I know have been striked for these idiotic claims. And that's serious. And the one thing I do want to say that I have seen, that's basically I have seen so far, is that YouTube's becoming like a freaking fan fiction version of like a WWE storyline, which I'm guessing The Rock will basically feel right at home with. I mean, don't worry. And Rock, if you do see this, here's a little advice: don't trust Keemstar. Okay? Okay, good to hear. But let's go back to The Rock's overall goal as a YouTuber. Let's focus on what exactly he's going to do. Let's focus on what his channel will be. But what else is he gonna do on his channel? Just basically quarter high production video things or one-off things? Or is he gonna do more comedy sketches? What is he gonna do? Maybe we can learn what he's finally cooking if he becomes a YouTube cooking channel. Or maybe he might become a pretty boy YouTube makeup tutorial channel. I don't know. Or, more likely, he would just start a vlogging channel that basically shows what he does every day. Or maybe he'll just sit there like a rock and have no expression while he reacts to videos. Or maybe he'll try to take over the Nostalgia Critics thing and try to be a movie reviewer. Actually, you know what? That actually sounds like a good idea. Rock, if you ever watch this, I want you to become a movie reviewer and review 2 movies. Either this one, which is your movie The Tooth Fairy, or the other one, which is or review Alone in the Dark, directed by Old Bull. You guys know that he's known to fight some of his critics, and I'd really like to see how he'd do against The Rock. Okay, back to other things. Or maybe you become a gaming channel and play Minecraft and Five Nights at Freddy. Overall, the truth is, I don't know what's gonna happen with The Rock's career, or with his career on YouTube. So maybe he might be a big YouTuber, he may not be anything, he might be just a casual Joe on YouTube, or maybe he might become like Crash and Burn, where it's hyped up and then it's bad. In conclusion, I really do hope The Rock does do well in his new YouTube career. I honestly like him as a person. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. So I hope he doesn't get his YouTube channel quitted or copyrighted, for God's sakes. Hope not. And maybe that might be a thing. Maybe he can do some positive for the community. He can actually help against the whole copyright system. Since he's a big player in Hollywood, maybe he can help out in that big department. Overall, I don't know. So, good luck, Rock, in the future, wherever you do. I'm a little bit curious. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. My name's Ultrabot Ultimus. I hope you enjoyed the video, and, well, Rock, if you are watching this, I hope you got some good advice, or whatever, even though I just kept rambling about. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, sayonara, my bots!